So are you tired of getting the ball smashed at you every single time you played pickleball? In this video, we are going to be going over tips, tricks, and strategies on how to beat bangers. Now, when you're starting off in pickleball, it's basically whoever can hit the ball the hardest, that's who wins. Players who have no skill will just bang the ball right at you and they'll take you out and they'll win the points. We're here in this video to teach you how to, once again, beat and handle bangers next time you go out on court. What are you saying? So it starts out like in pickleball, right? They go as hard as possible.
Everyone goes as hard as they can because they just want to hit the ball because it's fun to hit the ball hard. And there's a time and a place in pickleball to hit the ball hard. But once you learn to slow that down on either side of the court, you finally start playing the real amazing game of pickleball.
Yes.
So we're going to teach you how to slow these bangers down and force them to hit the ball up instead of down.
And guys, that is the #1 tip. Before we even hit the courts, it's force players to hit the ball up instead of hit the ball down. A lot of players, they come back to us in our clinics and they say, hey, I went out and played the first time and this guy, gal just smashed the ball at me. Mm-hmm. And my first question to them is, hey, were they hitting the ball from high to low or were they hitting the ball from low to high? When you start out in pickleball, you go, why are we supposed to dink? The first thing that we teach at Universal Rackets is dinking. And people, they go out and they're dinking. They're like, okay, well, when do I get to smash the ball? But the reason of the dinking, and once you play those hard players, is because the dink forces you to hit the ball up instead of hitting the ball down. That's why in high-level pickleball, even at a professional level, dink, 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 then someone pops it up, and then you smash the ball down. If you can keep the ball low, that's going to force them to hit the ball up over the net instead of, if you hit the ball high, it's going to force them to come down on the net.
And this is my personal favorite part of the game of pickleball. It's all strategy. It's learning how to do the right thing when the ball is on your paddle. So if you can understand geometry and physics put in the game of pickleball, you're going to understand why what we're saying makes sense, and it's going to in turn make you an amazing and incredible pickleball player.
And here's another thing. We're not just going to teach you how to have people stop smashing the ball at you. We're going to teach you how to get in these bangers' heads. We're going to teach you how to make these bangers think twice before hitting the ball super hard at you.
Well, we're going to teach you how to not let them do it. It's
and
not
we're going to
be
teach
a
you
choice.
How. The first lesson, let me explain, we just spoke about it, okay? Beating a banger, or not getting banged at, is forcing them to hit up instead of hit down. Now, Michelle, I'm not going to hit you unlike you hit me in the other video, but if I have a super high ball above the net, what can I do? I can just smash it down every single time. Look at that trust. But if I have a ball super low, what can I do? Can I hit it super hard? No, it's going to go in the net. Or what's going to happen? If I hit this ball super hard, I'm going to go at you, ready? But what are you going to do, right? If I hit the ball super hard and it's low, what's your opponent going to do? They're going to let the ball go, they're going to move out of the way, and the ball's going to go long because the pickleball court is not super long.
And this is the geometry and physics I was talking about.
So the only thing that I can do with a low ball, if I want to get it in, is what? I can hit the ball back to your opponent. Guys, that's why they invented the kitchen in pickleball. It's because it eliminates your opponent from smashing the ball down at every single point in pickleball. So the whole goal of pickleball at basically a basic level is you dink, you dink, you dink, someone pops the ball up in the air, they smash it down, and then they end the point. Oh my God, Michelle, she smashed it down at me, she's such a banger, she hits the ball super hard, I hated playing with them in pickleball, I suck at pickleball, I want to quit pickleball.
How many times have you heard that on the court?
Well, why? What ball did I give Michelle there? I gave her a super high ball. Of course she's going to bang the ball every single time.
You would too.
Yeah. So what you have to do is you have to keep the ball low.
Yes.
Keeping the ball low neutralizes your opponent. Now, I'm going to take that a step further. When I keep the ball low, what is Michele going to have to do? She's not going to be able to hit an offensive ball, so she's going to try to keep the ball low. So again, it's basically a battle of who can keep the ball lower until someone misses like I just did there, or someone pops the ball up in the air. Now, the further advanced and higher level you get, the lower your opponent is going to be able to hit an aggressive shot. So again, when we're playing beginner pickleball, it's going to look like this. I'll give you a pop-up, okay? Here we are. It's going to look like this she's a banger, right? Okay, but as we get more advanced, I'm going to take one high, ready? Maybe like a little bit high. I'm going to be able to reach over and be aggressive off of lower balls like that. Unless you're playing someone super high level that just blocks every single ball back and there's nothing you can do. So that's the number one thing of stopping a banger, okay?
Okay.
Now, the next thing that you have to do if you are going to stop a banger, the one time that they try to be aggressive and go for a shot super hard, you have to get out of the way.
Okay.
Now, this is easier said than done. I mean, how many
Yes.
balls do I hit that were out, that you call out,
Yes.
that I hit in?
Yes.
And what I mean by
A
that
lot.
is
They're just tempting.
if I hit, they are tempting. So if I hit a ball, right, and I'm the banger right now, and I go for a ball against Michele, and I'm banging the ball, and she hits it, then what? What does that mean if she hits it? I'm going to know, okay, she's going to go for, it's like a fish, right? I know the fish is going to take the bait every single time, okay? But if Michele moves out of the way every single time, now I'm going to think twice before I try to kill that ball.
It's teaching them a lesson the hard way.
Yes. And again, it's super difficult to do. Now, how do we know how to move out of the way every single time? It's very simple. If I ever see my opponent with a low ball, like a normal dink, take a backswing, I want you to just move out of the way. The moment that you see your opponent take a big backswing, what are you going to do?
Move out of the
You're
way.
going to move out of the way. What's another rule that you can do to let balls go?
See where the opponent is on the court. So if they're at the kitchen and they're taking anything that goes behind their body, kind of like you just said, you move out of the way. Even if they're a couple feet back off the kitchen in transition, you know they played tennis before, and they're going like this, unless they're using and generating a lot of topspin, that ball can go out. And I like to give up 1 or 2 points so they can slow down their game, even if that falls in, to teach them in their brain, Michele's gonna get out of the way, and I'm gonna be giving away points by hitting the ball so hard.
And Michele, you brought up a great point right there. Even if you see some people wind up and you take maybe 2 or 3 voluntarily, they might hit 1 for every 10 balls in,
Yeah.
but they're not going to win the overall point. There's this thing that I saw on Facebook. It was from some pickleball pro, and they said that he played against a team, and he said every single time that they were aggressive when he was at the kitchen, he let every ball voluntarily go. So regardless of what ball they hit, if they were being aggressive, regardless of if he thought that he could get it or not, he would just move out of the way last minute. He made a mental note to not touch any ball, and he said he won 70% of the points.
Right, and a lot of players, you see this at the pro level all the time. They'll hit a drive and they don't always go in because they have to take a lot off of that drive, especially if they came from tennis. They will go long if you let them. But if you're not playing smart and if it's at your shoulder and you're swinging back at it, you can get burned.
Yes.
So you have to learn to judge the balls on the height of your body, which is the third one. See where the ball's coming on your body. If it's down at your waist, you should hit the ball because it's going to come down to the court afterwards.
And that's something that I guess is hurting me in higher level of plays. I play a lot of high level players and I go for a lot. I take the bait many times. So they'll be banging the ball at me and I'll go for the ball every single time, even if I make it or miss it. So then the high level opponent on the other side is going to go, oh, I could kill the ball at Tyler every single time. Even if I miss or make it, Tyler's going to go for it. So
Right.
it continues them to continue banging the ball at me.
It enables the banger.
Yeah.
Taking their bangs enables the banger.
And I'm the perfect description at a high level. They will kill the ball at me every single time, and I will go for the ball every single time. So what do they think? They just think I'm a sitting duck. I'm a target. Oh, I can hit at him, right? But the worst thing to do, and especially for me coming from a tennis perspective, and like I remember Hugh, when we would play with Hugh, I would go, I'd be ready to drill this dude, and last minute, literally before I think I got him, he just ducks or moves out of the way.
Yeah.
It is demoralizing as a banger. And this is what I mean, getting in their head,
Yeah.
making them think twice. I think I'm gonna kill this guy. The ball gets so close to him, and then last minute he moves out of the way.
Yeah.
It makes me think twice about my shots. I never want to bang the ball again because it's like I think I had it and he just took it right away from me. So what do I do as a banger? I start to try to slow the ball down because I know he's getting out of the way. I'm going to start dinking. I might think twice. I might pop the ball up, and it's going to mess with me mentally.
Right, so let's review. If you know that I'm a banger and I'm on this side of the court, Number one, what is your first thing to do if you know you're going up against someone who hits the ball hard?
Keep the ball low. Don't give them the opportunity to keep the ball high.
Low and slow would be my first mindset.
100%.
I play a lot of women's pickleball, and a lot of these girls came from tennis, and they thrive on a fastball. They thrive on me trying to go up on the line on them because they will just take that ball right back at me and destroy me right back because that's what they want. So when you're playing someone who hits the ball hard, usually they come from tennis, low and slow, okay? That's what you want to give them, low and slow. Now, if you can't be perfect with your low and slow, then what do you start to take into account?
Low and slow works for you. For me, make them hit from low to high instead of high to low. Either one works, and different things work for different people. Okay.
For sure.
Now the next thing that they're going to do, if they do get a high ball, or
you're not
if they're
going to be perfect, and they're going to be able to still use their speed at you. Then what? Then you have to run through the checklist of.
Or if they're taking balls that are low and they're trying to bang the ball, what are you going to do? You are going to move out of the way.
Move out of the way.
You're going to get in their head. You're going to make them think
and then
twice.
Judge where's that ball coming out on your body.
Yes.
And that's how you know to move out of the way. If it's shoulder high, let it fly. We teach that very often.
Yeah.
Anything around your shoulder on a pickleball court, as long as it's at a normal pace, will be out.
And now the best way to drill the shoulder high, let it fly, go over here, is what are we going to do? We're going to just think, guys, again, letting the ball go is way easier said than done. So great drill. Michelle's going to be the one letting the balls go, right? I'm going to literally speed the ball up at her, and she's going to move out of the way.
Out.
Here we are. And again, so maybe there's sometimes I might slow it down and it might go in, then she'll hit it. And again, she's just working on, if she feels like I hit the ball hard, she's going to let it go. Also, like I said before, Michele is paying attention to my backswing. The moment I go like this, she is going to let the ball go.
Yes.
Here we are. So again, we're dinking. Now a big backswing. Oh, in the net.
And here's an amazing hidden gem for all of our YouTube subscribers, and that's why you're here, because we love to give you all the secrets that we know. This is like the secret clan that we have here about pickleball. We give you everything we've known and learned in the last few years that we've been playing pickleball. And this is Tyler and his paddle will tell me everything I need to know about what's coming. If his paddle is down here, where do I have to know that the ball is coming? If his paddle is down here and he's coming and the ball is coming off his paddle and his paddle looks like this, that ball is coming up to me in some shape or form.
Yep.
So that means that my paddle needs to be opposite of his.
Yep.
So if he's coming from low to high, I'm ready to attack that because he is not in an attacking position. Now if Tyler's paddle is here, mid-body, it could be a yellow zone. I don't know. He could speed up at me. He could just be resetting. I'm not sure, so I'm going to mirror that on my body positioning. Now, if Tyler's paddle is up here, you better believe immediately my paddle is going down here to defend.
Yes, and that's a big thing. So if my paddle is ever low hitting a ball, where's Michelle's paddle going to be? It's going to be up.
Yep.
If my paddle is ever here hitting a ball, where's Michele going to be?
Immediately down. And a lot of people ask about defense, and if you're playing a banger, you're probably going to have to be playing defense. So paddles up, you instantly go down and give yourself some space to defend.
Yes, and why don't we teach that? Okay, so you're going to be on that side right now. So again, what did we, just to review, we're forcing them to hit low to high instead of high to low, or as Michele says, low and slow. Then what are we doing? We are letting the ball, if we see a person take a backswing or around our shoulder, I am moving out of the way. Now, next thing that we're going to do is if someone does bang the ball, and hey, we're all going to make mistakes, right? So what's going to happen is there is going to be one time that Michele gives me a high ball that I'm going to kill at her. What is Michele going to do? Michele's going to move back. Michele's going to put her paddle down. Now, the reason why Michelle's going to move back is, number one, it's going to protect herself a little bit more, but number two, it's going to give her time. So if I ever go like this, Michelle's going to go like that. So it's going to kind of look like this. I'm going to smash it. She's going to put her paddle down and just try to get it back up. Again, I'm going to smash, paddle down, get back up. And this is a great drill that you can do. Get your opponent or partner to just hit some balls at you. 50%, I'm not killing the ball, and Michelle's just working on getting her paddle down and getting the ball back.
And you don't want to be moving. You don't want to be like this. How many times have I done that in our
matches?
Yes. A ball goes up, I know I have to move back, and I'm on the run.
She looks like she's getting pushed by an invisible person. So again, you're going to move up, and all you're going to do is go move back and set and hit. So again, move back, paddle down, and hit. When you put your paddle down, you stop your body. A great drill to do is, again, we're gonna dink, so maybe 1, 2, now you're gonna pop up, I'm gonna smash, and she's gonna try to get it back. We'll do it again, that's okay? Here we are, so again, dink, dink, pop up, move back, and go. Good, and again, dink, 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 one more, pop up, smash, down. Again, you don't wanna stand up here. You don't want to keep your paddle up high. When you see your opponent's paddle goes high,
you don't want to run away.
You need to put your ball down. Yeah, and we did an Instagram reel. We'll put the link to the description, where I did the 2 wrongs and the 1 right. So the 1 wrong is someone's going to smash the ball at you. Here, I'll do it for you guys. Okay, ready? Don't kill me. I'm afraid because you killed me in our last recording sesh.
Okay.
Here we are. So you're going to smash the ball up. I'm going to run out of the way. Now the other one, do it nicely. You're gonna pop, I'm gonna pop the ball up. I'm gonna go fight or flight and take it right here and be like, ah, no. What am I going to do? She's gonna pop the ball up. I'm going to move back. I'm gonna put my paddle down and I'm going to try to hit the ball in.
And remember, when you're defending against these shots, you wanna make sure that you're it's kind of like in soccer, you're trying to be the goalie. You want to have your paddle down and out, and you want to absorb all that power. You don't have to squeeze the paddle super tight because you're absorbing power that's coming at you. And the goal, number 1, is to get the ball over the net, not into the net. But then number 2, when you're starting to look to get to a higher level, is you want to reset that ball in the kitchen.
Yes, yeah. And what Michele said is huge. A lot of players, they're not just moving back, but they're moving back and they're swinging. And then the ball's going over the fence, right? All right, so.
Create space, get yourself some extra time if you see a ball that is coming down and a paddle that is coming down at you, and you will be able to play better defense. And that's where the rest of your pickleball life comes. Playing defense, because no one's perfect, knowing how to get into a banger's head, and then going through your checklist of how to get out of the way for the ball and knowing when to let them go.
Yes. Now, this is how you beat bangers, and this is how you handle bangers. Don't just watch this video. Go out next time you're on court, and again, make these players that you hate playing against, that hit the ball super hard, hit low to high instead of high to low. And if they hit low and they take a big swing, what are you doing? You're moving out of the way. And if you get caught up in a situation that you pop the ball, you're moving back, putting your paddle down, and you guys are good to go, and you're never going to have to deal with bangers again.
And do this drill. This is a fun drill. As you can see, I wanted to keep doing it.
Yes.
I love this drill. It helps you work on defense so that you're not getting the ball put away on you all the time. Also, today is February 1st. We just filmed our Valentine's Day giveaway.
Yes, so we are doing a Valentine's Day giveaway. We will put the link in the description. We will be giving away our favorite paddles. We got the Project 006 and the Luxx Control. We will also be giving away our hats. We will be giving away some balls and also our Selkirk bags. If you want to enter the giveaway and have a chance, make sure to click the link in our description. And also, one of the things that you have to do is you have to subscribe to the channel in order to have the giveaway. Now, if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let us know in the comments below. Make sure to, again, check out that giveaway, get our paddles. We're giving them away for Valentine's Day. Beat the bangers, make them think twice when going hard at you. Have a good one and happy hitting.